Well, anyways, they say you never stop learning. What I've recently learned most is that retirement lends itself to a whole lot of reflection. Reflection mixed in with quite a few crazy thoughts. Like, I can't seem to get pigs out of my mind. Yeah, pigs. Stems from a bacon and egg breakfast. With a chicken. The chicken, she's somewhat involved. But the pig is 100% committed to the cause. So I kind of like pigs. I've been blessed. I played water polo with a bunch of pigs. I've worked for and with a whole lot of pigs. I've coached over 100 pigs. I had pigs for friends. I married a pig. I'll pay for that one later. And together, we have raised 3 completely unique piglets who are all as pig-headed as their boss hog, Papa. So tonight, I am in hog heaven because we have assembled the biggest pig farm on earth. So pigs have been on my mind. So has the chaos theory. This idea where one event in your life kind of leads to the next and the next and forever changes the course of your life. For example, if it weren't for water polo, tonight doesn't happen. 45 years ago, mid-May 1973, I received my appointment to the Air Force Academy. Since appointments end in the middle of April every year, you might ask, how can somebody get their appointment in the middle of May? Simple answer. Too many of the people the Academy really wanted turned them down. So, the legendary Jim Bowman that was spoke of earlier, our director of athletic recruiting, was able to slip me into one of those vacated slots a month later. And trust me, to this day, Bo has never let me forget that. But if not for water polo, Bo doesn't put me in school. If I don't play water polo at the academy, Ed Clyde doesn't hire me. If I don't come to the academy, I don't meet Barb. We don't get married. Jody, Bright, and Bridget don't come along. Except for maybe Walt and Phil. All the rest of you beautiful people never come into my life, and tonight never happens. So if not for water polo, as Joe mentioned, Barb's and my version of that Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life, never happens. So pigs, chaos, but also think a lot about the importance of backstories. It is the real story behind the headlines. Randy mentioned it, a couple other people mentioned the gym renovation. Well, here's the backstory. Barb's maiden name is Mills. Okay? In March of '81, Mills gets assigned to the academy as an athletic trainer. People have talked about it. When she arrives, she immediately starts to insist that the athletic department come out of the dark ages and have only co-ed training rooms. Okay. Now remember, March of '81, less than 5 years since women had been admitted to the academy. So we're still changing, a little slow. But Mills was so insistent that her fellow trainer, Phil Stone, sitting over there, started calling her General Mills. Which he soon shortened to the General. Well, it wasn't long before Barb's vision became a reality. And just how bad was that women's training room in the gym back then? Became a storage closet. So when I was assigned to redesign the cadet gym, making it a true co-ed facility became a primary focus of mine. A focus that was ingrained in me 25 years earlier by the general. Now we can tell backstories about every single person here in this room. You know why? Because you're all P-I-G pigs. And it might take far too long for me to tell those stories, but I know I could, because every single one of you has had a profound impact on the Air Force, the Academy, your community, your team, your family, and thankfully for us, huge impact on our family. But before I sit down, I do have to say one thing, and that is, I love Lucy. I Love Lucy was a TV sitcom that last aired on national TV in 1957. You believe that? 61 years ago. Hard to believe, right? But living with Barb is like living every single day of your life on the set of I Love Lucy. So on the show, Lucy is this lovable woman who so open and so genuine that she can make friends with anybody she meets. And Lucy is forever ambitious in this amazing zest for life. But all her ambition and zeal tends to lead Lucy, along with her partners in crime, her neighbors Fred and Ethel Mertz, into some kind of pickle, right? So as many of you in this room can attest, spending a day with Barb is simply taking your turn as Fred or Ethel Mertz. Or in my case, Ricky Ricardo. Now many of you may have your own favorite Lucy episode with Barb, but I'll share a few classics. There's the episode where Lucy convinces our athletic trainer, Crystal Erickson, that they should climb Mount Elbert. Okay, this is two bona fide, certified, directionally challenged women off to conquer the highest peak in Colorado. What could possibly go wrong? Well, after the commercial break, we come back and we see that it's a beautiful sunny day and everything is going just exactly as they planned until they finish their hike and cannot find their car. So it seems they were so busy chatting. Imagine that, Barb and Crystal chatting. They were so busy chatting that they walked up the north trail to the summit and down the south trail to the summit and ended up 8 miles from their car. And after the next commercial break, you see the camera pan in as Lucy is chatting up a bunch of cowboys who just happen to ride by on white horses and get sweet-talked and give them a ride back to their car. And then there's the episode the day after 9/11, 2001. Okay, the country's still a little bit on edge. But Lucy, being the patriot that she is not going to be deterred, and off she goes to take a walk, her daily walk, in Fox Run Park. Her park. And when she's in her park, she notices a stranger. Somebody she's never seen in her park before. Suspicious looking fellow with a handheld device. and he's suspiciously looking at her beloved Air Force Academy. Convinced he's part of a sleeper cell, Lucy alerts the sheriff. When we get back from the commercial break, you see the poor water department worker who was just trying to reprogram the sprinklers to winter hours spreading along the ground. Then there's the episode where she manages to get herself locked into a public bathroom at 2 a.m. in the airport in Athens, Greece. The episodes are endless, but priceless, and to me, precious. One last episode. A few summers ago, we took the team to Italy in Germany for some training. When we were in Italy, the team took a ferry ride over to a small port town called Portofino. And when we landed in Portofino, the team goes off to warm up. And it's actually a course that's in the sea, so it's pretty cool. They have it set up. And while the team's warming up, Lucy decides to explore. So off she goes, and she goes off the beaten path and finds herself this little out-of-the-way bakery. And being the sweetheart that she is, she buys some pastries to share with us after the game. So after the game, we're enjoying these pastries, right? And then Jim Lau, our team faculty rep emeritus, mentions that he's a little thirsty and could use some water. So Lucy goes, "I'll take you to my bakery." So after the commercial break, we see Lucy and Jim walk into the bakery, and Lucy points to the refrigerator in back where the cold water is, and Jim goes back to get his water and starts checking out the baked goods. And about that time, the elderly woman who owns the store comes out of the back room and makes a beeline right for Lucy, grabs her, starts the huggy, cheek kissy Italian thing like she's her long lost daughter. They met, what, an hour ago? Well, Jim's ready to check out. Jim goes to the counter to check out, and the lady looks at him and goes, €1. Jim looks a little puzzled. He holds up this big bottle of water and goes, "Well, the water's €4, and I have these 3 pastries." And the old lady's eyes narrow, her face wrinkles up, hand comes up and points at Lucy, and in her broken English she says, "My friend, no you. €1 for you. €1. To know Lucy is to love Lucy. I Love Lucy was the #1 rated sitcom for 7 straight years, but it only lasted 7 years. Barb and I, with the help of a whole lot of people in this room, been cranking out episodes for 37 years and counting. And the decision to retire from the academy and coaching was an especially difficult one for me, as you might imagine. But that decision was made much easier knowing that once I retired, I would be able to spend even more hours on the set of I Love Lucy. So Barb, if you can come join me, please. And now Barb wants to say something to you. That's the start of our first retirement episode right there. All right. Barb and I are honored and humbled that you would all come out this evening and celebrate with us. And please stick around. At think we have, well, it's pretty late now. We don't have much time at all. But we'll close with this. Mother Teresa once said that the more you pray, the easier it becomes. And the easier it becomes, the more you pray. Please know that it is so unbelievably easy for me and Barb to pray and thank God every day for each one of you. It's easy because all of you are among the greatest blessings in our life. So thank you for all the kind words, touching moments, laughter, for making tonight so special. We love you all. God bless.